You check your bank balance before you check the weather. You know exactly how much is in there, down to the cent. But if someone asked you what money actually is, could you answer? Most people can't, and the real answer is far stranger than you think. You've been taught that money is paper, or numbers on a screen, or something you trade for things you want. That's what it does. It's not what it is. For most of history, humans didn't even use money the way you imagine. You were probably taught that before money, people bartered. A farmer traded wheat for a blacksmith's tools. Simple. Except it never really happened that way. The anthropologist David Graeber spent years digging through historical records looking for a society that ran on pure barter. He couldn't find one. What he found instead was debt. Communities kept track of who owed what to whom, informally for years, sometimes for generations. Money didn't replace barter, it replaced memory. Sit with that for a second. Money was invented to keep track of trust, which means money was never really about the object, a coin, a bill, a number in an app. Those are just symbols. What they represent is a relationship, a promise, an agreement between people about what matters and who can be trusted to make good on their word. So when you look at your bank balance every morning, you're not just checking a number, you're checking a story you've been told about your own security. And that story runs deeper than logic. The psychologist Daniel Kahneman spent decades studying how humans make decisions about money, and he found something almost embarrassing. Losing $100 hurts you roughly twice as much as gaining $100 feels good. Your brain doesn't treat money like a neutral tool, it treats it like danger. That's why a small dip in your account can ruin your whole day. Not because the math is bad, because somewhere underneath the math, your nervous system still thinks a shortage of resources means you might not survive the winter. You are walking around with a Stone Age alarm system wired to a smartphone banking app. Here's where it gets stranger. If money were really just a tool, more of it should simply mean more options, and it does to a point. But the researcher Elizabeth Dunn ran a series of studies asking a simple question. Does spending money on yourself make you happier than spending it on someone else? Again and again, the answer surprised people. Spending on others produced more lasting satisfaction than spending on yourself, even when the amounts were identical. Which tells you something money can't buy on its own. Meaning. Money can move meaning around. It can amplify what you already value, but it cannot manufacture value out of nothing. This is the part most people skip. They treat money as the goal. Get more, get more, get more. But money was never designed to be a destination. It was designed to be a mirror. Watch what someone does with an extra $1,000 and you'll learn more about their character than a year of conversation. Watch what they do when money is tight and you'll learn even more. Scarcity doesn't create character, it reveals it. That's the part nobody tells you when you're young. You think money problems are about not having enough money. Most of the time, they're about not having clarity, not having priorities, not having a plan for what the money is actually for. Ask yourself honestly, if your income doubled tomorrow, would your life actually change, or would your problems just get more expensive? For a lot of people, the answer is uncomfortable. New income tends to find new leaks, not because people are careless, because nobody ever taught them to ask what the money was for in the first place. That question, what is it for, is the real starting point. Not how do I get more? Every dollar that passes through your hands is doing one of three things. It's revealing what you value, it's building the life you're aiming toward, or it's quietly leaking out toward things you don't even remember choosing. Money is not the goal. It never was. It's a tool that reveals priorities, beliefs, and character, whether you're paying attention or not. So the next time you check your balance, don't just look at the number. Ask what that number is actually telling you about what you believe, what you fear, and what you've decided actually matters. Because long after the coins are gone and the apps are updated and the currencies themselves have changed, that question will still be the one worth answering. What is money really? Not what can it buy you. What does it reveal about you?